What's on your mind these days, Fezzi? You've been a little quiet today. I want to bring you into the fold, make you part of things.
I was thinking of this.
What were you thinking about?
Owen Wilson is.
You're thinking about Owen Wilson again, are you?
Yeah, he's doing the voice.
I wonder what Owen Wilson is doing right now.
He's going to do the voice of Marmaduke.
Right.
In the big screen video, in the big screen movie version of this comic strip. Well, first of all, I didn't even know Marmaduke talked in the comic strip, but Owen Wilson's going to star as his voice. And I'm just wondering, it's like, why are you doing that, Owen Wilson? You're very funny. I like you in Wes Anderson movies. Why are you doing the voice of Marmaduke? Kind of a say it ain't so moment.
Well, I don't know what you mean with that. I mean, he's an actor.
Right.
The cartoon voiceovers are part of this deal right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got every right to do it, but it's just like, you can do so much funnier stuff. Why take up time?
How do you know? How do you know? I mean, you haven't seen the script yet. Look what that Shrek movie did for Mike Myers. And what was the one that you gave up as a bad example?
Owen Wilson doing Marmaduke, but I'd say Bill Murray doing the voice of Garfield.
But don't you think that you always go into the project and you kind of like, I hope this one works,
Or maybe I can bring the funny, as it were, to that project. I'm sure Bill. I mean, the Garfield thing on paper, I kind of liked.
I mean, Wes Anderson is doing a cartoon right now. Mm-hmm. That's coming out. I don't normally go to cartoons. I'm going to go to this one though.
Uh-huh.
But as far as Owen goes, what do you think he's getting paid to do Marmaduke as compared to all the Wes Anderson movies? I bet he gets fairly close to scale to be in a Wes Anderson movie. Yeah. And then those shitty movies he gets his money for.
It's kind of fun too, I think, voiceover work. I don't blame him for doing this. And I don't think it really ruins your career because you're not acting in it. You're just seeing the dog. So ultimately, if the movie succeeds or fails, you're not going to fucking blame Owen Wilson for it. You just aren't. So it would be like a Finding Nemo failed, I would blame
Wouldn't you
Albert
honestly have thought a Marmaduke or a Garfield would have been better and funnier than a Shrek, who no one even fucking heard of before? It was like some French book.
Oh, yeah. Garfield was really great for kids of my age.
When you were younger and reading the comic strip.
It was fun.
That one kind of probably should have worked. And then obviously it turned into a bucket of shit.
Yeah, it was.
But I don't think Bill Murray went into it thinking that. Do you, Fez?
No, I don't think so. I think it was probably, a good amount of money, is what I would think.
Well, what about just the project itself? Did you think that he had a right to think, hey, maybe I could do something really funny for kids here?
Yeah, I think he has every right to do that.
No, in his head, do you think that he went there only thinking money or thinking about, like, I can make this thing work?
No, I think it was probably just about the money.
Same with Mike Myers?
Yeah.
So nobody does cartoon things for the work. It's only about money.
I would say for the most part, yeah, it's probably an easier gig.
But why are you so pro cartoons then? And I'm the anti one.
Well, yeah, I mean, and how about Tom Hanks was coming off of 2 Oscars when he did Toy Story.
Right.
And 2 Oscars and well-paying jobs because Zemeckis paid him for Forrest Gump. Well, I think he saw it.
Well, he was a legitimate, huge...
yeah, and he did Toy Story, I think, because he wanted to make a kids movie.
Dan in Knoxville, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, man, I was going to say, like Dave said, Tom Hanks did Seinfeld, all the big stars do it. Fez is just doing phony outrage so he can have airtime again. He got nothing to talk about.
I can have all the airtime I want, Dan.
Why don't you come up with something interesting instead of just trying to grasp airtime? After Dave came up with something real funny, and I guess you just feel like you got to get some airtime in. Owen Wilson, big deal. All the stars do that. What's with the phony outrage? You just got to have something.
The only thing
Did I ever say he shouldn't fucking do it? Did I ever fucking say that? No. I fucking said I like Owen Wilson. I'm a fan of Owen Wilson. I'd rather him fucking do a comedy, something again with Wes Anderson if he could, than take time out of a career to do the Marmaduke movie. That's all I fucking said. You want outrage? I'm outraged at you, fucking Dan from Knoxville. You piece of shit.
Let me just say this. I've been doing radio a long time. And in a lot of different studios and in a lot of different situations. And I've never seen anyone smacked the microphone across the face like it was a person. I fucking am so pissed that we don't have a video. That was the funniest thing, and you were totally serious.
Totally
you
serious.
You were smacking Dan.
I wish it was Knoxville Dan's face. I wish it was his fucking empty skull. And he hears some other callers say fake outrage, so he's going to jump on that bandwagon. Talk about not coming up with anything interesting. Fuck you, Dan.
Here's Anthony in Yonkers.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Owen Wilson, wasn't he Lightning McQueen?
Yeah, he was already in Cars, Fez.
Right, so why do another one?
Maybe he liked it, though. Maybe he thinks that... I mean, Cars was a gigantic... hit, and a lot of people liked it. I mean, why do anything when you really think about it? It's like when we sat around with people going, why is fucking Bob Dylan doing a Christmas album? I don't know.
Woody Allen did Ants. I mean, if someone like Woody Allen's going to do this, I think it's open to everybody.
It is open to everybody.
Right.
But I'm saying I would prefer he takes his time to do something else. I was a little disappointed to see that he's working on another cartoon.
I do think voice over work is faster than making a live animated movie, so maybe they just do it, they figure, well, if we do it in 3 weeks, then they have a whole entire movie based around me.
If he was here, would you have smacked him in the face?
Yeah, I think I would have gone after him, because I really didn't feel control over myself going after the microphone.
Wasn't that everything that you hated about Tom Cable yesterday? The finally snapping and slapping? I swear to God, I've never seen anyone hit a microphone before. It was bewildering, and probably one of the more interesting things I've seen Fez do in a long time. The only point is this, and that's why you're so angry right now. It's a strange angle for Fez to take. The guy who loves cartoons, who stands in lines of cartoons, and then go, why is Owen Wilson doing a cartoon? That's the point I think some of us are bewildered by, and then Dan claims that you just faked that to get some kind of...
false outrage.
Yeah, the false outrage. Jason in New York.
How's it going?
What can we do for you?
You guys are talking about cartoon movies that were a bust.
No, we weren't.
It was a big bust last year.
We were not talking about cartoon movies that are a bust.
You guys said Garfield was a bust.
No, first of all, you're also going by this. If something happens to make money, doesn't necessarily make it fucking fantastic.
Right.
Now, Owen Wilson was in the Cars movie. Apparently, the children liked it. It made a lot of money. Everybody is happy. I have no idea whether it's good or not. I can't sit down and watch a movie about cars. I went to that Where the Wild Things Are, which had Tony Soprano doing a voiceover. It should have been a movie that I hated. And I thought it was fantastic. Now, did the kids show up for it? Did they like it? No. So you don't always know going into these things whether or not it's going to work. I don't know whether any people take jobs just for money or will do it just because maybe they think it could be entertaining. I don't know. Here's Charlie in New Jersey.
Ronnie, 25, 232, my brother.
Yeah, what's up?
I've listened to thousands of discussions of you guys, and Ronnie's play is, well, what do you guys think? And then you guys are the left or right, and then Ronnie plays the other side of the net. And it's amazing to me that the payoff has never been done. And the payoff is Fez looking at you and going, listen, you son of a bitch, you're always taking the other side against me. And he takes it personally, and then everybody pig piles on the poor guy. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's the one not in on the bit.
Charlie, when Fez does that, he's going to be in a new place in his life. When he goes, why are you fucking doing this? It'll be in an interesting place of his life. Now, the reason why you don't answer that question, right, Fez?
Right.
Is there a reason why you don't answer that question?
No, I mean, it's like I hear other people's opinions. It's probably, I hear other people's opinions, and I think that sounds smarter than what I'm saying. But it doesn't mean that I don't think, that I'm purposely trying to
You
do
missed
something.
what he's saying at all. He said, How come Fez doesn't just go to you? Why do you always got to take my different opinion than me? Am I never right? You never ask that question, right?
Right.
And the reason why you don't ask that question?
Well, I figure I listen to other people's opinions, and I a lot of times think I'm wrong after hearing other people's opinions.
You did not even have anything to do with what we were talking about there. He was saying, how come you never say, Ron, you and I have never been on the same opinion about anything? We don't agree on things? You never asked that question, correct?
Right.
Is there a reason why you don't ask?
I assume that I'm wrong.
That's really, really interesting. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Nope, that's not the reason, Fez. And it's never once been the reason. Never. Here is Bill in Georgia. You're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Fez, maybe the reason why he does that is for the same reason you do them stupid-ass live reads, because they write him a check at the end of it.
Yes, I understand making money. I said that too. What aren't you following?
Well, your initial thing is that you said it was his say it ain't so moment, right? And then what you thought when you do that is that we would all come up with our say it ain't so moments.
Yeah.
And then when I'd go to tell us your say it ain't so moment. I'm going over here to Dan from Alabama. What's your say it ain't so moment? Right?
Yeah.
But then you say you understand why he did it.
Well, I can understand doing something for money, and that's what I said. I thought Bill Murray did Garfield for money.
Well, why are you saying that to say it ain't so? Why would that be an awful thing?
Because I didn't want Owen Wilson doing another one of these films. I would rather him do something funny again. Doing something funnier than Marmaduke.
How do you know?
Or Marley and Me.
But how does anybody fucking know? Here's our good friend G-Baby. G-Baby, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, Fez, Owen Wilson actually did a voice in Fantastic Mr. Fox, but you're right about him pairing with Wes Anderson. Even he does that differently. In the new movie, Wes recorded all the voices, like, outside. He actually had the actors, like, act out their roles, and he just had, like, a mic and recorded it. So, I mean, you're right. Him doing voices is kind of whatever, but him pairing with Wes Anderson even made that better.
We'll have to wait and see. Have you seen the Mr. Fox?
I have. And it's probably my favorite movie this year, Ron. It's an awesome, like, animation, but with that Wes Anderson feel. It totally feels like his movie with, like, Beach Boys and Rolling Stones songs. It's awesome.
I will, I put down fucking cartoons all the time. I'm going to be going to this one. This is the second one this year, mainly based on the directors that are doing it. Because unlike Fezzi, I'm not sitting around going, and that doesn't mean that you're wrong, but my initial thing isn't going, why is Wes Anderson selling out? Why is he being a ripoff artist? I'm going to go first and see whether or not he is. According to G-Baby, he's not. But just because someone, it's almost like saying if a guy makes a country album, that it's just some hack move to try to get the country crowd to follow him. I don't know. Dylan made him before. Neil Young's made him before. We do have to break here. We'll be back. You want to do one of your live reads, Fez?
Yeah, I just want to tell people about...
Would you do it in a funny cartoon voice, like maybe a dog voice?
Well, I don't know if Penny Stock Chaser wants like a dog voice. Talking about pennystockchaser.com. Now, this is where you can get the information. You get stock alerts, you get notices, you get information from other members.
I'm going to shoot that dog. He's on my property.
It's pennystockchaser.com. You'll get a free email.
Uh-oh, now there's a moose here. Ooh. Not a real moose, a cartoon moose doing a funny voice.
Hello, Mr. Gun Toter.
Maybe not that funny, though.
It's pennystockchaser.com. They've got small cap penny stocks that just take off. They double, they triple. Sometimes they go up as much as 1,000%. This October alone, pennystockchaser.com.
Listen to your parents. I guess there are parts of this that you could actually learn from.
This past month, PennyStockChaser.com alerted its members to 6 different stocks that went on for triple-digit gains within a week.
It's a Chinese cat.
Hello. Meow. And I'm Kitty, his little friend. Let's go, Kitty.
One of these stocks, RGTX, this company went from 12 cents to $1.10.
I'm a giant penis, and have gonads where my feet should be. Uh-oh, I'm gonna blow my top.
And that stock rose in just 2 weeks. It's PennyStockChaser.com. It costs nothing to sign up, and you begin receiving your hot stock alerts immediately. Join today at PennyStockChaser.com. Avoid the imitators. Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Penny Stock Chaser says, invest wisely.